Yo.
Shalom to your dome when I walk up in your home.
Yo.
You already know I'm in the zone. They gon' love the whole tone. Blessing them bones when I walk up in your home. It's shalom to your dome. Tell them that them blessings never gone as we overcoming curses. Do your worst thing. The devil don't want it with us. He already knows how we've been hitting, how we've been living, everything given. Blessings, family. Welcome to the journey. I'm Just Ron, the Promised Land Consultant. It's good to be back with you as we are making progress and moving into our hopes, dreams, aspirations, that place that we call our promised land. And you know that every time that we get on, I got to give you my mantra and my motto, which is I'm dedicated to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, family, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised land, and the discussion that we are going to have today, me and you, family, that I believe can help you walk into your promised land, possess your promised land, and dominate your promised land, is the sixth commandment of the 10 commandments, which is thou shalt not murder. And on the surface, easy command, very straightforward, but sometimes you just gotta dig a little bit deeper beneath the commandment to see the richness of it, to see the profitability of it. And so when I look at this command, the sixth commandment, thou shalt not murder, what it really says to me and how I take it is, are you your brother's keeper? As you are going throughout your day, when you're in your community, when you're in your neighborhood, are you your brother's keeper? Are you looking out for your brothers, or are you laying traps for your brothers? Do you have high vibrational thoughts for your brother, or do you have low vibrational thoughts for your brothers? Are you trapping, or are you helping people progress? What are you doing as you are moving along your journey? That's what this commandment really speaks to me and says. Now, I know some of y'all are thinking, why are you always talking about the 10 commandments? And this channel is pretty much dedicated to talking about the 10 commandments. And the reason why is, my first example, first piece of evidence for why I love talking about the 10 commandments is John 14:21. He who has my commandment keeps them. It is he who loves me. And he who loves me will be loved by the Father. And I will manifest myself to him. Right? A list of things for you to do. He who keeps the commandments will be loved by who? And then who will manifest themselves to you? Right? It's real simple. But we can even go to the Old Testament and see where God is still giving us insight into his will and what he wants us to do. In Jeremiah 31:33, where he simply says, this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel. After these days, saith the Adonai Elohim, I will put my law in their inner parts and write it in their heart, and will be their God, and they shall be my people. Right? Where does God say he's going to put his law? He's going to write it on your heart. He's going to put it in your inner parts. So why don't we go ahead and start doing the work? Why don't we go ahead and start figuring out what those laws, those commandments are that he keeps mentioning in the Old Testament and in the New Testament? That's why I talk about it all the time. That's why it's always on my mind. We might as well figure it out, because I believe it's those commandments that will help you sustained in the promised land. We want both. We just don't want to get in. We want to set up shop. We want to have a foundation in there. And that's where I believe those commandments come in. And that's why we're talking about the sixth commandment of the 10 commandments. Thou shalt not murder. And I like to look deeper on this commandment because, it's pretty straightforward, don't kill. But what I think he's really saying is, are you your brother's keeper? Are you out here trapping, or are you out here helping other people get to their promised land, get to their goals, get to their hopes, their dreams, their aspirations? How are you moving on a day-to-day basis when you come in contact with your brothers and sisters in this life? Are you your brother's keeper? Now, for those of you who don't know where this saying came from, this comes from the book of Genesis. Two brothers who were bringing sacrifices to God. One brother was named Abel, the other brother was named Cain. The sacrifice of Abel was accepted by God, and the sacrifice of Cain was not accepted by God. It said God did not respect the sacrifice. Because of this, Cain became upset. He didn't take it up with God. He took it up with Abel and killed his brother because he had a lackluster sacrifice, because his sacrifice wasn't accepted, but Abel's was. And so, after Cain had killed Abel,
what have I done, Lord? Will I ever find peace?
God confronted Cain and he asked him, where's your brother? And Cain's response was, am I my brother's keeper? Like, do I have to take care of him? And the answer to that is, yes, you are your brother's keeper. Now, God didn't say that. All you see in the conversation is God asks him a question, and then Cain comes back with, am I my brother's keeper? We are our brother's keeper. We are supposed to be looking out for the welfare of others as we move in this life, correcting them when they get off track, helping them when they fall down. When you read through Leviticus and Numbers, you'll see there's a number of different little things that we're supposed to be doing for those who live in our community when they fall on hard times. Are you your brother's keeper is what the 6th commandment is really asking. Thou shalt not kill. Thou shalt not take the life of thy brother. Thou shalt watch out for him when you're moving and grooving throughout your day. How are you helping them? Don't set traps for the person who lives next to you. Don't spread gossip about the person who you're walking with. Don't set them up. Don't bring down their livelihood. Thou shalt not kill is a deep commandment, and what I find is that most of the time when the situation sprouts up of when the situation arises when somebody wants to get rid of a brother or a sister or whoever it may be, it's usually because of jealousy, envy, or hate. It usually falls right up in there, because that's exactly what happened to Cain. Cain was upset with himself because his offering wasn't accepted. It wasn't Abel's fault. Abel did the best that he could. But because Abel was doing his best, Cain became upset because of that envy and that jealousy. He let it grow. If you find yourself in that situation, in those moments where the hate is tempting you, the envy and the jealousy is tempting you, what you need to do is talk to God. What you need to do is figure out how to work on reflection and self-improvement, so the next time that you give an offering, which really we're all given an offering. Day to day in this life, it is a sacrifice and an offering to the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that we serve. And when we see someone moving and grooving in the way that we want to, doing it better than us, further along in their hopes, dreams, aspirations, that promised land than we are, while we're stuck in bondage or stuck in the wilderness, envy, lust, and jealousy will come knocking at your door. But it's all about your response to those emotions and to those feelings. Will you find a positive outlet for it, where you go work on yourself, or where you sit down and meditate, work on self-reflection, you talk to God, you pray, you read, you come up with different goals that will help you get better, transmuting that energy? Or do you let jealousy, envy, lust, and the different feelings that will trap you in a lower vibration, do you let them speak in your ear? Do you let them devise the scheme like Cain did to kill your brother? The 6th commandment of the 10 commandments is, thou shalt not kill. I see it as, are you your brother's keeper? Are you helping your brother? Or are you trapping? Are you out here pulling down your brother as he's striving for a higher goal? Are you killing your community? Thou shalt not kill. Are you your brother's keeper? Is what this life mostly is about, is how are you helping others? How are you moving? And if you're out here trapping, it's very obvious that you were stuck in jealousy, that you were stuck in envy, that you were stuck in lust, that you were stuck in the lower vibrations. But for those people, those pilgrims who are moving into their promised land and they're moving in the energy that they need to move into, who when they see another traveler beside them moving towards the same goal, they help them. They are like-minded. They will be with them through the ups and the downs as much as they can. That's what I believe this commandment is all about. Thou shalt not kill. When you feel those emotions that want you to indulge in the lower vibrations. That's the message for today that I got for you, family, that I believe can help you enter your promised land, be sustained in your promise, and be sustained in your promised land. I'm Just Ron, the Promised Land Consultant, dedicated to serving you from sun up to sun down. Dedicated, family, to seeing you planted, growing, and manifesting in your promised land. And you know, before you go, I got to pray for you, family, as you're on your journey, pilgrims, believers, followers, whatever you want to call yourselves. I pray that you will respect the sixth commandment, that you will not set a trap for your brothers and your sisters to pull them down, that you will be like-minded, that you will help them, that you will believe in them, and that you won't have thoughts of killing people who are doing better than you, that you won't have thoughts of going the other way, but you will believe in helping them and being with them. Amen.
Yo, shalom to your dome when I walk up in your home. Yo, you already know I'm in the zone. They gon' love the whole tone. Blessing them bones when I walk up in your home. It's shalom to your dome. Tell them that them blessings never gone as we overcoming curses. Do your worst thing. The devil don't want it with us. He already knows how we been hitting, how we been living, everything given. I know that they listen. Shalom to your dome. Tell them that these blessings never wrong. Tell them they gotta sit at home, better know we never gone. Shalom to your dome. I'm in the zone. I touch down like a running back. Blessings. Or better yet, I catch that like a wide receiver. The Bible's wide open. Have you been reading? You better get locked in before you're locked out. You need that shalom to your dome. So get locked into these verses. Just giving you the purpose. I work this. Shalom to your dome. Tell them that we really in the zone. Shalom to your dome. Something you can never leave alone. That's how we slide. Tell them the other side throw stones, but we gotta stay in our zone. Shalom to your dome. When I'm knocking at your door, hey. Angels all around me, encore. That's how we slide. Angels hitting at different sides. That's how we slide. When we off in these streets, we bringing that heat, but the streets are so cold. But the game that we got never old. New Testament, Old Testament, same testament. You know how we resting in it, hey. You know that we blessed up in it, yeah. You know that I was tested up in it, okay. They already know how I'ma get it today. Shalom to your dome, tell them that I'm in the zone. Shalom to your dome, never gone. Shalom to your dome, blessings. You know how we learning them lessons. You know that we really is destined. Stepping on them shores, blessings in the core. You know we gotta get more lessons. Hey, shalom to your dome, lessons. Did it every day, so I stayed up in the zone. Tell them that the blessings never gone. I can feel it on the cape. So it got me moving just like an egg, no mistake. I'm bringing that peace. Yo.